Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another Vid Productions video. We're going to call this video Major Changes number 15. We're going to go over, if you guys watched my last video, the little technique I was going to use for the river. Well, I'm going to show you my river from start to finish. Then I'm going to show you some of the roads that I have been installing or are going to be installing in both downtown Wickenburg and Old Town Wickenburg. I'm going to show you how I put ballast down, and I'll show you what the upper part of the helix is going to look like. And we're going to do a little more detail on the hotel and parking lot. Sorry guys. Anyhow, I got to mention one thing. Mr. Chuck Baker, if you're watching this, about a year ago, maybe even longer, you gave me these guys. I never put them on my layup because they're so delicate, I was afraid that they would get broken. Anyhow, now I found a place for these. They are going to go in my river seat. So hopefully they'll all look good, which I think they will, and we'll see how it goes. Anyhow, stay tuned and we'll get back to the rest of the video. Alright guys, I'm going to give you a little bit of how I lay ballast in my track work. I'm going to do just a little bit of a section here, and after I get done with that, I'll take a walk around the top of the helix and I'll show you what's been going on. I'll be using the ballast that I got on one of our rail fanning videos. I did sift this through pantyhose, thanks to Diana. And the finer stuff I'm using actually for ground cover. So anyhow, let us begin. I don't use anything fancy, just a regular old spoon, and we'll see how it goes out. So I'll just take a spoonful and I'll just lay it in the middle of the track and run it down like that. And once that's down, I just take my finger and I will run it down the track, and as you can see, it's actually pushing it over onto the side rails also on the side ties. So anyhow, I just keep working it in. And again guys, there's lots of ways of doing ballast. This is my way of doing it. So we'll see how it works out. And it may take a little bit longer to do it this way, but I like the results, and this might give you guys a hint of how to do your ballast. Take my finger on the outside, run along the outside of the ties, and of course there'll be places that I need to fill in, but for now I'll be doing it this way. None of the ballast that I put down so far is secured. I'll run my finger on the inside of the rail, get all the ballast away from the inside of the rail, and I'll do the same on the other side. And you can hear that crunching. That's all the stuff coming up inside of the rail. Anyhow, I'll keep doing that until I'm happy with it. And when I'm done with all of this, that's when I'll start putting some permanent stuff down with the water and glue solution. Anyhow, I just thought I'd give you guys a little rundown on how I do my ballast. For now, that's going to be all. We'll get back to this in a little while. Stay tuned and we'll be back shortly. Alright guys, we'll start from the section that I just showed you guys. I'm going to walk around the top of the helix here and I'll show you what the ballast looks like. It's pretty good ballast for free, I would say. And as you can see, I've got it pretty much all the way around the top of the helix here. Oops. And oops, what do we got there? How'd that locomotive get there? Anyhow, as you can see, I've got the ballast all the way down to right there. Stay tuned and we'll get back to more of this video. Alright guys, we're going to start doing my river with the method I showed you guys in my previous video. So we're going to start at the back end and we're going to work towards the front. I already got my glue and water mixture done, and I do have my toilet paper, but I had to cut it down in half because the spaces in here are kind of small. So hopefully this will work out as it did on the other demo that I did. So let's see how it goes. We'll do a little dip, and I did make the glue a little thicker this time. We'll see how this works. And got to go around this little island that I have in the center here. So we'll go ahead and do this part first. And like I said, we're just going to lay this stuff down. And a little bit more back here. And I'm not sure if going in different directions is going to make a difference, but we're going to see how this works out. I think this is a little bit too big. Cut him down. And we'll stick him in there, and we'll stick him in there. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and put the second layer of glue on here. And I think I might have made the glue a little bit too thick on this one, but we'll see how it works out. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to loosen the glue up a bit more. It's a little bit too thick. Anyhow, we'll go ahead and finish this little section right here. Yeah, glue is definitely a little too thick. So, let me go thin this out a bit, and we'll be back shortly. Alright guys, I thinned out the glue a little bit more, and we'll see how this works. Oh yeah, it's a little bit better. Got to go around this little sandbar that I have here, so and like I did in the other one, we'll just keep adding layers on this until we get it to 3 or 4 of these puppies. Tear him down a bit. Stick him in there. And then we'll stick this guy across here like this. And we'll hit that with the next coat of glue. And the stippling actually gives it a nice little texture. Make it look like ripples in the water. And we'll go ahead and give it the third layer. This is a pretty cool technique. I thought it looked pretty good when I did it on my my mock-up. So we'll see how actually this is going to work out. And of course this is going to have to dry for a couple of days before I can add the paint to it, as suggested by the person who uploaded the original video. And I'm going up on the banks of the river here a little bit because I think that would be kind of a natural thing to do. Anyhow, that's the third layer. Put one more up here. Alright, and we'll go ahead and give it the coat of glue here. I still think my glue is a little bit too thick. I may have to thin it out a bit more, but we'll see how it works out. And like I told you guys earlier, the stippling helps bring out some of the definition. And we'll put another, get this up here, we'll stick another one right here. And again, we'll add the glue on it. Now remember guys, I told you that this river hardly has water in it unless it has a heavy rainstorm. That's the only time this river actually flows. But anyhow, as you can see, it's coming along really nicely. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of this off camera, and I'll show you what it looks like when I get done with it. So stay tuned and we'll be back shortly. Alright guys, I just got finished doing the first part of this river scene, which was the same as I showed you in my previously how I was going to do this. As you can see, it goes all the way down, and I got my little sandbar in the way there, and then all of that sky blue will get painted, touched up and whatever. But anyhow, I need to wait for this to dry for a little bit, and then we'll put some color on there. Anyhow, stay tuned and I'll show you some other stuff that's been going on the layout. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're going to start on the final steps of this project that I'm doing here with my river. We're going to go ahead and start putting the first of 2 or 3 coats of the clear. So let us begin. And again guys, I can't stress more than to use a water-based clear. This little sandbar will get a little bit more detailing when all of this dries up. So we'll just see how this is going to look when it gets done. I think I'm probably going to put a minimum of 3 coats on here to give me a nice shine of water. It's looking good so far, and we'll see. Alright, this about does the first coat. I'm not going to show you each coat that I put on here. I'll just bring you back after I finished doing all the coats on here. Like I said, I'm probably going to do a minimum of 3, but we'll see how that goes. So stay tuned and we'll get back to the video as soon as possible. Alright guys, we're going to start this update with modification to the flyover bridges that need to go in that area right there. As you can see, they're not in there right now. I had to make this guy a little bit shorter so the flyovers would fit in there better, and then I need to fill this area in with a little bit more scenic stuff. But anyhow, we're going to go ahead and do all the roads, main road into downtown Wickenburg, and we're also going to do the main road that goes through Old Town Wickenburg. As you can see, all the plastic is down, and I'm also going to do the side roads. You got one there, and you'll have one there, and another there. So stay tuned, and I'll show you the little modification I had to make to the flyovers. I really need to get this done because it's been about 2 months since I ran a train, and I'm really itching to drive a train. Anyhow, stay tuned and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're going to show you the modifications that I've made to the flyovers. What I did was I added this little tab right here so I can secure the next piece of roadway that goes to it, and I did that on both. And what I'm going to use to secure the next roadway to the flyovers is this scenic accent glue by Woodland Scenics. And the reason why I'm using that is because, like I mentioned way back when I first started doing this series, is that I want to be able to remove these to get to the track work underneath. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and place these in and then start lining everything up, and then all the roads need to be restriped. And I'm going to be using highways and byways striping for that. Anyhow, stay tuned and we'll get going on this project. Be right back.